darling.
put me
You
off.
know what it is? All I've heard for the last 20 minutes, I've been listening in, is Sandy's laugh. Over and over. That is
contagious.
infectious, that laugh.
It is, isn't it?
Oh, well, I'm glad you said that and not always, isn't it?
It is
irritating?
genuine, you know.
It's just like a wicked, evil cackle.
Used to get me in a lot of trouble at school, that,
Evil's
Junior.
the word.
Well, I'm not saying anything more. Again, like I've said about you, Sandy tried saying she was the nicer one of the two. I said, I'll leave that open to opinion.
Do you know, I
Thank you.
can
Love
control this board, you see.
What I was trying to say is don't cut me off.
No.
What I was trying to say is
Well, I was trying to say, I will cut you off.
I was reserving opinion on matters.
Oh,
You
listen
did
to
say
it.
that, didn't you?
Yes.
You did say that because I said that our Neil Taylor always sticks up for you when he comes here and Sashi sticks up for me.
We'll have to get them in together, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, right?
Sashi's up here at the moment. Sashi's up in Sunderland, just about 20 minutes down the road with Rick Astley's wife and Rick Astley, because he's playing up here this weekend.
Hooray! Oh, we used to
Never
like
gonna
him.
give you up,
Never
never
gonna
let you down. Never mind, forget that. That single's past. That's had its glory. I'm here with my new one.
Hey.
I'm here to steal the mantle.
We've
Now,
had it.
I tell you what, I want to keep calling it naughty and nice. See?
I heard just before you came on air, but can I just say,
Yeah.
I've done 2 radio interviews today, and both of them
Yeah.
have referred to it as naughty and nice.
How strange.
Are you going to change it?
Well, I'm thinking now, do I need to re-venture into the studio and record it again?
Oh, you see, we may have hit on something, you know.
And bring it out as naughty and nice?
You see, and you could name it after Mark and Sandy because he's naughty and I'm nice.
And you could be there on the front cover of your album eating a cream cake.
It would be better if my nose had been dipped in it, really.
It's all right, I've gone off on one. Don't worry, Junior.
Mark, have you lost the plot?
It's been 3 years now, Junior.
Is this why you've been?
met Sandy
Is this why
3
you're not
years
on
ago.
Facebook anymore?
Yeah, well, I can't be.
Why can't you
Broken his laptop.
My laptop blew up on my lap.
Well, that's why it's called a laptop.
Yeah, but it shouldn't blow up on my lap. It should carry on working.
Do you think?
It overheated, and the fan didn't come on, and I smelled...
So who's liable
I
here? Are
smelled
we talking consumer rights?
Oh, yeah, we are.
Exactly.
Yeah, compact.
And, you know, he's insured, so maybe we should take you in so we
I'm
can get
not
some money
insured.
for you. No, you...
It
Now
was
then,
hot.
our Junior.
More about you, Junior.
What about me? I am, well, I can't really say I'm back because I haven't really been away. I brought out Better Day, and
Love
that went
that, by the
crazy.
way.
America is still kind of living the moment with that one, referring to it as Philadelphia sounding with a mix of Will Smith, Prince of Bel-Air. And so I kind of like that because USA is, well, also I've been told by those that have been there, seen it, done it, that it's harder to break.
Yeah, yeah.
So I kind of was I overrun the promotion with that one because as it died down here in the UK, America came in with it, and I'd already recorded this next single, and I kind of been a little bit lazy in promoting the new single. But the plus side being is the response the first single got, Better Day, this year, all the same people and more then just took an instant interest as to what followed it up. So I didn't have to do half of the work.
That's fantastic, isn't
So I
it?
was quite fortunate because I was beginning to worry up until last week. I was thinking normally I'm 3 weeks ahead
Yeah.
with promotion, and all of the interviews started today.
And, well, thank goodness we saw that on Facebook. See, there's a lot to be said for Facebook and Twitter, isn't there, really? Because you can find all sorts of things out that way, and we chat quite a lot on there.
Yes.
And as you know, we've been playing Better Day, excuse me, here on 103 The Eye, on lots of the different stations here. I know Crackers has been playing it in the morning, and lovely Paul Anthony, of course.
Paul Anthony is my biggest fan.
Lovely Crackers, yes.
He loves my music. I love listening. You know what it is? On a Friday night, there's nothing better for me, normally, if I'm not doing something, than to put on Paul Anthony, because he plays all my kind of music.
Brilliant.
I love all that kind of stuff. But
Are
anyway,
you talking to him later?
No, that's fine. I've just got £5 in my PayPal account off there. Just a free little
I thought
plug.
there was something going
Yeah,
on.
you want to give him a ring as well and have a chat with him afterwards. That'd be really, really
Yeah, I'll call him up and
Yeah,
I'll
we'd love
pretend not to be me. I'll pretend to be somebody else. So, like I say, look, I didn't promote the single, and all of a sudden, it just kind of picked itself up from where I left off with the last single, and which I've been really fortunate with. came out on iTunes and Amazon. But today, a week ago, sorry, I got an email saying that the Billboard magazine in America had picked up on it. And today I got the review from the Billboard magazine.
And I'm going to read it to you now.
Oh, you?
Because you can't read your own review. It's not on, is it?
All right, come on, Mark. I'm going to sit back and listen to this.
I need to humour you a bit, don't I?
Well, you can try. I'm a Geordie, so I'm naturally a funny guy. Man.
That's the only impression you
I
can
love
do.
Geordie accent.
So you go on to say, review from Chuck Taylor, obviously is the entertainment writer, stroke Billboard single reviews editor. Goes on to say, natural and nice. I don't know, Sandy will be the judge of that. Junior Turner, British singer-songwriter, offers his strongest bid yet for global acclaim with the, I don't know how to say that.
Vaudeville Hawkening.
That's it. I'm glad you've got it in front of you as well.
I've memorised it. You see, Mark, that's why I'm better than you.
Look,
Hey, we could have Junior and Sandy 103 the hour.
Oh, that rings better.
yeah,
Sorry, Mark, continue.
She needs a junior.
No, continue, Mark.
Yeah, okay. Well, forget it. I'm not reading that.
Oh,
now,
come on.
playful pop anthem, natural and nice, alongside the carnival horns and jingle jangle keyboards. Jingle jangle. Is that a sort of a music term? Is it jingle jangle?
I don't know. It must be an American pop term.
Do you know what that reminds me of? Almost Mr. Bojangles.
Yes, that reminds me of that too.
Yeah, Sammy Davis Jr., I think, wasn't it?
You also offer a megaphone, in brackets, shout out to Plain Jane singing. Okay, I don't look for pretty girls with makeup on their face, and I don't care. Hang on, it's moving too fast.
Sorry.
For sexy girls in leather or lace. All that I am looking for is it's natural and nice, conjuring Robbie Williams with a dash of 1966 hit
Cool.
Winchester Cathedral.
I've never heard that too young.
I haven't.
No, nor me. I am as
I'm going to
well.
have to YouTube that now.
Me too. I thought that when I read it, actually.
This song is more fun than a roller coaster ride. Look for the festive track, July the 26th on iTunes, Amazon and Play.com. This song is destined for big things, but Junior's vocal ability and songwriting ability beyond just this track shows why he's due to become a global star in the very near future. That I have no doubt. That's a good review,
That's
isn't it?
fantastic. That must make you feel very proud.
It is, and more so because obviously it came today when I was more worried about making sure that I'd crossed the I's and dotted the T's with the new single. So in the midst of that, this morning, and among all the emails, this email appears from the US Billboard magazine, and I kind of froze, and then thought, right, do I look at it? Do I not? Do I leave it till the end of the day? And I thought, no. So I opened it, and, well...
What are your first thoughts when you get a review like that, which is amazing, by the way?
It kind of... It's all right, but it's scary, because it kind of raises the bar a little bit, in terms of... Someone's put like a goal there now, like a gateway, and I feel as though I've got to achieve that. Otherwise, everything that I've done from then till now is kind of wasted. Do you know what I mean? So all I can keep doing is making music, writing music, recording it, and putting it out there, and hopefully with people's listening and people's support, like yourself, playing the songs, then that target or what that guy's put in place can be ascertained and endured for a long period of time.
I suppose it's a bit like canvassing. If you canvass 10,000 doors, you're going to get a sale, aren't you?
It depends what you're selling, to be honest. I mean, if people come to my door with cheese, I don't like cheese, so 10,000 people
Chocolate would
could
be
come.
all right.
10,000 people could come to my door with cheese, and I wouldn't buy one.
Me neither. I don't like cheese.
So, Mark, really, I mean, you've got to be factual and think about these things before you quote them, man. Hey, I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, it's
Well,
true.
I don't know. I think it's got a point. I think it can be very much a numbers game, actually.
I think if it's cheese, it can't be.
Well, I don't know. It depends. You see, I'm not a lover of cheese, but I like cream cheese, the ones in squares, with the laughing one on the front. But we won't talk about that. But I think, as regards to the music industry, it is a question of banging on as many doors as you can. And radio is the best way to get that message across, because it's got such a vast audience out there, which is brilliant.
It has, but again, though, I think you've got to be careful that you don't. I mean, it's great to be compared to people like Sir Robbie Williams and things like that. Obviously, I've worked with Neil, and obviously maybe this guy's seen that and put it, that it's kind of tracking that. But at the same time, I would like to be individual in terms of what I write. I like to be mainstream in terms of being in among the pop, but I'm trying to remain individual. Do you know what I mean? So there's always that element as well that when you're writing things and stuff. I mean, just as I wrote Natural and Nice, Blurred Lines come out, which is pretty much about the same kind of thing. Talking about a girl that's very OTT with her ways,
Yeah.
But mine's considerably better.
So tell me, Junior, can you just explain to everybody, all the listeners out there, both here across Melton, the Vale, and of course in the USA, and obviously please shout out a big hello to our Tammy Iliff and also to Tony Moore, if you wouldn't mind, because they're both tuned in listening to you.
Hello, Tammy, and hello, Tony. How are you?
Brilliant. But could you also just let everybody know where you started in the industry and what you've been up to and how we got to here at this point? 2010,
I entered a competition, randomly was put into a competition by a friend of mine who was a presenter for the BBC. I just had a really bad bout of bad health I had multiple blood clots and stuff in the lungs and legs, so I took a couple of years out from singing because of that, and then all of a sudden I got put in, I had to enter a demo for the BBC because it didn't have a national song that year for children in need.
Yeah.
I recorded The Impossible Dream from The Man from La Mancha.
I love that.
And I handed it in to this person, and then it was kind of all email correspondence, and then all of a sudden I was through to a final that I wasn't even aware that I was in a competition, and it had been selected in a selection process out of 110,000 applicants to be released.
Wow.
So then I released it, and the opportunity at the time, a lot of people were saying, try and prolong it, see if there's another, another chance on the back of this one. So I had, at the same time that I recorded that, I'd recorded a few other songs, demos and stuff, so I was handing those out and saying, look, on the back of this opportunity, is there another one? And I put out one of the songs called Say Goodbye on there. I got a phone call from a guy from the Lancashire area asking to meet up. And he said that he had a charity and he would like to release it. So I didn't really buy too much into it at the time because, I was pretty much living this surreal world that I had a record out for children in need.
Yeah.
So in any case, early 2011, I went to meet this guy, and it turned out he now is Bryn Parry, co-founder of Help for Heroes.
Wow.
And it got released in 2011 for Help for Heroes, Say Goodbye, which was like my first self-penned song. Because normally, artists go out and put a few covers out so people get to know how good they are and then dive in with their own track. But I went the other way around. And then I followed it up with a few of the tracks, Love Blind, Sweet Love, Hurt with Neil Taylor. They all went to number one in the UK Newcomers official chart. And then this year I decided to spread my wares a little bit more with Better Day and stuff and try and look at the wider markets in terms of how the songs sounded and the appeal of them, the music videos behind them. And touch wood, up until now, the USA and Germany and Holland and, nearly the world, to be honest, is watching, listening and appreciating. So
fantastic. I mean, it's an incredible journey that you've had, really.
In 3 years.
Really.
In 3 years. I don't think it's not until perhaps the end of this year, when I'm done with this year, that I'll actually sit down for the first time in 3 years and
go, phew.
Phew.
Here's to the next three.
The next three, yeah.
And for the first time in my life in this business in the last 3 years, I've always had one or two singles out. This year I'm bringing 3 out. So I've got a third one to come out, hopefully looking at the back end of September already.
Brilliant.
And I couldn't be happier, to be honest, because it keeps the mind active, and it's good because I'm not doing it for the wrong reasons. I'm doing it for the right reasons because there is people out there that like the music, buy the music, and I couldn't, what more could someone in my shoes want?
Absolutely.
When is the best time of the day for you to write a song? Are you a morning person or a night time
Oh no,
person?
I'm not a good morning person. At the moment, I have a massive crush, stroke, addiction to playing Football Manager.
Oh.
And it's leading to I'm going to bed when the birds are coming and the sun's coming up.
Yeah.
I know the feeling.
I'm a bit like that sometimes.
So I'm pretty much nocturnal at the moment, so mornings aren't so much great. But in saying that, this new single that I'm bringing out at the end of the year, I've been playing around with loads of ideas lately, but I just didn't kind of get the high that I'm on. I'm trying in the tempo that I've had the last two songs at. I didn't want to kind of drop off the cliff and go and put something out there that didn't kind of tie in with those. So the other day I came across this track playing around on the MacBook and stuff, and I would say within 35 minutes I'd wrote a song.
Wow.
Which is a record for me, because normally I would write half, put it away, look at it again the next day, rewrite that half, and it would be a process over 4 or 5 days or maybe even a week or more. But with this third single, 35 minutes later, I was kind of, right, I'm done. And when I'm done, I put it in a folder and I put it away so I can't look at it again.
And yeah, because otherwise the habit might be to tweak it.
Yes. And
There's
I
plenty
leave
of
the
time.
tweaking for when I get into the studio, and them guys in the studio say to me, no, that needs changed, or that. Then I say, all right, okay.
Do you listen to them, or are you sort of a headstrong type of person?
I'm very. I don't know if it's just my way, but I've always been a person that acts on instinct. And if I'm wrong, then I don't regret things. I learn from them.
Yeah.
I don't kind of look at things as like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Do you know what it is, Mark? To be honest, I don't think between everything that I've done to now, I think there's things that I might change, but that the listener or the untrained ear wouldn't appreciate.
But there must be a certain person that you actually listen to. There must be
Yes.
like a role model type person that says to you, that's not quite right.
People
'Cause
like
you can't
Neil
listen
Taylor.
to everyone, can you?
People like Neil Taylor.
Hey! Oh,
Like Neil
I don't
Taylor.
blame you.
I-
It was amazing.
when
I knew that was coming.
When we done Hurt together and stuff,
Yeah, I
and
love
Neil
that.
kind of sent it, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. And Neil was like, no, we need to change this bit. And then, oh, okay. But there's Mr. Wu as well. He's my producer who I work with. He is also, he's been there, seen it, done it with Craig David, with Eminem. He's mixed and made music with the best. So he kind of puts his thoughts forward. I put mine forward, then I lose. So
Not a bad thing.
that's pretty much the game, really. It's like being with a woman and going in the shop and saying you're not having them shoes.
She doesn't lose. I just let her win.
Well, that's exactly what I mean as well. But and also, I work with some great guys here in the Northeast. There's a recording studio where now, to look at, you wouldn't think from the exterior that it was a recording studio, but when you go in there, and the people that's there, it's more like a family. We're like brothers, and it's not uncomfortable. It's not professional. It's not like being at school.
No. You just
we'll have fun.
throw ideas over the table.
We just have fun, and
Yeah.
by the end of the day, we hope and pray that we've got something to come away with that we're all happy with, which 9 times out of 10 we have.
I mean, all joking aside, actually, Mark and I actually do listen to each other quite a bit,
Yeah,
don't we?
yeah.
We do. I mean, on
What
on
did she
certain
say then?
things.
No, Mark, you listen to Sandy,
He
then,
listens to
then you
me
agree.
until I
Yeah.
change his mind.
That's exactly.
Never.
I thought that would be the case.
Unless he's going, definitely not. Then I have to
Anyway,
work
enough
it out.
about us.
Yeah,
They all want to hear your song.
Yes, but we need to arrange as well. We need to tie Neil down to coming in, and me
Yeah.
and Neil need to come and do a session together.
Yeah, that would be great. We have spoken to him recently.
We
Not
have,
that
yeah.
long ago, him and Sarchi.
Yeah, well,
Before
we'll-
Sarchi went off on her travels, she was on tour. and I think Neil was at home.
You have a word, we'll have a word,
I'm
and we'll have to
trying
arrange
to
something.
tie him down because, without letting anyone into too much, I have had a small discussion with him, and we already have planned the first single for 2014.
Yes.
When I will be bringing out what I consider to be a song that will either make it or break it, because I'm going to venture into something that I've never done before. In terms of, I've done it before away from the putting out there, but I'm going to record it and put this song out there, and hopefully it's going to be positive, because otherwise it could end up being like Robbie Williams' Root Box and failing terribly. So we shall wait and see.
We'll set up a date then.
Brilliant.
Okay, as soon as we've got a date sealed, we'll let everybody know, because obviously
Better be
everybody
on
will be
my
listening.
side, though, Junior, if you come on.
No way.
Yeah,
Let's
so-
blokes
yeah.
I'm
stick
not having
together.
a pair of you on.
Whoever gets me Galaxy Counters and Iron Brew, I will sit next
Right.
to them.
Definitely.
Sorry, I didn't understand a word of that.
I got it.
Sandy wins, 1-0 Sandy.
Yeah, I know.
win.
Others are available.
No.
Now, listen, I think that's
No.
going to be the song of the week for Crackers, by the way, next week.
Definitely, yeah. Play
I
the
hope
breakfast show. Fingers
Yeah.
crossed. We've got to ask him nicely. You can do
Yeah.
it yourself if you want.
I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Well, ask him now. Say, Crackers, please make
Crackers,
Yeah.
please consider, I'm not going to ask you to make, please consider Natural and Nice, my new single for your record of the week.
There you go.
Well, we better play it now.
It's out on iTunes and it's out on Amazon now. You can actually go onto Amazon, iTunes, put Junior Turner, Natural and Nice, 79p on iTunes, 69p on Amazon. It's less than a loaf of bread. It's less than a pint of milk.
It's true.
You can go and buy it, download it, and have a shed load of fun over the weekend with it.
Or you can buy a loaf of bread and download that at the same time and have bread and butter for tea.
Even better, even better.
Listen, it's been great having you on.
Thank you very much, Mark. It's lovely to speak to you and Sandy too.
Thank
as
you,
always.
darling. How do they get in contact with you very quickly?
On Facebook, Junior Turner Fan Club
Yeah.
has been set up now by fans of mine or
Oh, that's
friends of mine, and they're pretty much more up to speed than I am. They know more of what's going on than I do. So
How old are you, Junior?
I'm 29, coming up
Oh,
30.
well, it's understandable then.
And I'm
but
sure...
I've got grey hair though that's coming through.
Oh,
No,
Join
you
the club.
haven't. And I'm sure that Mr. Paul Anstey will be playing it heaps and heaps,
He's
as well
got
as
grey
Mark
hair.
and I, as well as all the other radio presenters here at 103. So away you go. You introduce your own song if you wouldn't mind, and we'll play it for you, darling.
It is Junior Turner, Natural and Nice, out now on iTunes and Amazon.
Be good,
Fantastic.
Junior.
Thank you very much. Take
See
care.
ya.
Thank you. Love you.
She walks on down the street with an attitude people don't like to meet. Sails through life like she won't fall. Attitude, she stands 10 feet tall. Turning people's heads with every move, not letting anything shake the groove. She can't see right from wrong, break people's hearts as she goes along. I don't look for pretty girls with makeup on the face, and I don't care for sexy girls in leather or lace. I just let them walk on by, I don't think to look twice. All that I am looking for is natural and nice. She don't believe in the Lord above, 'cause for her there ain't anyone good.